Hey bears, I am the Gaming-Grizzly and welcome back to Identity 5. Today I want to bring you the top 15 tips and tricks that we can learn from the top competitive players. I will bring you these tips and tricks with the help of the gameplay that we were able to see during the North American European Summer Tournament. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something, make sure to leave me a fat like, leave me a comment in the comment section below, and if you are new on my channel, make sure to subscribe to the Gaming-Grizzly. Alright, let's jump right into it. Tip number 1. The first survivor. The first survivor that you want to hunt down is either a character that is quite weak early game or a survivor that is a strong decoder. Two examples of this are the Enchantress and the Mechanic. Since the Enchantress can't use her skill right away, she is an easy target early game. And the Mechanic is one of the strongest decoders, so bringing her down will slow down the survivor's decoding speed by a lot. On the other side, you want to avoid hunting down a mercenary or a perfumer early game, since they have great kiting potential from the very start. Tip number 1.1. Concentrate on your first survivor. The survivor team will most likely try to rescue the survivor that is on the rocket chair. Playing as Hunter, it is crucial to focus on the first survivor elimination. Don't let the other survivors distract you from bringing down the first survivor again and secure that first elimination. Tip number 2. Protect. When you are playing in a survivor team and you see that one survivor was already 2 times on the rocket chair, make sure to protect this survivor, even if that means that you need to take a hit and even if that means that you will go down. As long as you manage to rescue the other survivor, this survivor is still in the game and can still help with decoding. This gives you as survivor team more time to bring down the cipher machines. Tip number 3. Don't be afraid to take a hit. This tip complements the previous advice. Don't be scared to take a hit for a teammate. That might be necessary to get a survivor from the rocket chair or to body block one hit for another survivor. Or even to give you that 1 second that you need to heal up a survivor in front of the hunter's eyes. Tip number 4. Blink and hit. A strategy that we see quite often in high competitive gameplay is to use blink and hit. Using blink to hit a survivor in the right moment can be extremely helpful. You can get through windows and pallets quicker, you can close the gap between yourself and the kiting survivor, you can blink through walls, and as smiley face you can even dash and blink to surprise hit the survivors. Tip number 5. Web shots. This tip is specifically for the Soul Weaver. Use your web shots wisely. The web shots can get rid of an owl that protects the survivor so you can strike a hit right away, but the web shot can also make the survivor think that you might have tried to hit with an attack. In the case of the perfumer, she might use her perfume just so you can land a hit on her right after she did. Tip number 6. Fork blades. Another specific tip, this time for the Ripper, is to use the trait Peeper to locate survivors that are nearby and to hit them through walls with the fork blade. This can be very powerful and surprise the survivors, putting a lot of pressure on the survivor side. Hits like these need a lot of practice, but will give you a considerable advantage over the survivor team once you got it down. Tip number 7. Split up. When playing on the survivor side, it is not only essential to split up during the match to decode different cipher machines, but it is also crucial to split up when it comes to opening exit gates. If there are 2 or more survivors alive, you want to try to get to both exit gates, because usually the hunter can only go for one of the exit gates, giving the other survivor time to open up the gate on their side. Tip number 8. The roller coaster. The roller coaster can give you that vital distance between yourself and the hunter that you might need to get out of the match alive. We already talked about how important it is to split up at the end, and here we can truly see why this is so crucial. Thanks to the team splitting up, one exit gate is opened, and in combination with the roller coaster, the survivors managed to pull off a 2 survivor escape from an almost impossible to win situation. Tip number 9. Jump and attack. When playing on the hunter sides, there are a few situations in which you can jump down and attack a survivor. Landing these hits rewards you with a no recovery time at all. That means you can keep moving right away without having to wait. In this clip we can see a very well timed cypher pop to bring up the survivor that was just downed. But since there was no recovery speed for the photographer, he even managed to pick up the survivor just before she could up again. Tip number 10. Last effort. If the hunter hits you right after you were rescued with Tide Turner, make sure to get as far away from the rocket chairs as possible. This makes the hunter walk a long distance, giving your team more time to decode the cipher machines. If you are a mechanic player, make sure to use your doll in the last few seconds before going down to make sure the doll is decoding as much of the cipher machines as possible while the hunter is bringing you to the rocket chair. Tip number 11. Flare gun dodge. Be aware of the coordinator and try to read the movement. If there is a chance for her to use her flare gun, try to avoid the hit by moving behind an obstacle first. Getting hit by a flare gun shot will stun you for 5 seconds. This is a very long time, so avoiding these hits can give you a massive advantage in every situation. Tip number 12. Create time. For the survivor side, it is always essential to create as much time for the teammates as possible. Or in other words, waste as much of the hunter's time as possible. There are many situations in which you can do so, but in this example right here, we can see the coordinator wasting enough time for the teammates to open up both exit gates, allowing them to escape. Also, take a look where she decides to go. It might seem weird at first, but she planned to lure the hunter as far away from both exit gates as possible. Tip number 13. Tentacles for blocking. These tips are for the feaster. Usually the exit routes and kiting routes of the survivors are quite visible, so make sure to block them with the tentacles. This forces the survivors to take a longer route, which makes it easier for you to catch up. Sometimes they are even forced to come back to you or to receive the hit of the tentacle. Always keep in mind that the tentacles are the strongest feature of the feaster. Tip number 14. Tentacles for double hit. Placing tentacles in clever, strategic positions allows you to hit a survivor with a tentacle first and hit it quickly after with a normal attack. A spot that is quite common for this is right in front of a rocket chair that holds a survivor. But you can also try to bring down a survivor with a tentacle when you are afraid of the last cipher machine is about to pop. When the survivor goes down to the tentacle, the cipher machine pops, the survivor gets up, and you can land another strike to bring down the survivor yet again. This is a trick that can really help you during the endgame. Tip number 15. Locate survivors. Another feaster tip. If you don't know where the next survivor could be, use a tentacle. It will fall into the direction of the closest survivor. Most feaster players know about this, but I wanted to include it anyway. Alright, since we had so many feaster tips at the end, I will give you 2 bonus tips. Tip number 16. Use your environment. There are a few spots in which you can use the environment to your advantage. During the summer tournament, we saw the Dream Witch blocking the survivor's path between a rocket chair and some barrels, allowing her to bring down the survivors really quickly. To pull off this, it needs a lot of practice, but can give you a massive advantage during the match. Tip number 17. Don't rescue right away. When the survivor is sitting on a rocket chair, you don't have to sprint over there to rescue a teammate right away. You would instead want to wait before the rocket chair's countdown almost hits the halfway mark or before the rocket chair takes off. Why would you want to do that? To waste more time of the hunter. The longer you wait with the rescue, the more time do you and the rest of your team have to decode, while the hunter is waiting for you. And that's it. Those were 16 tips and tricks that we can learn from top competitive players. If you have any other tips that you want to share with us, make sure to leave us a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something today, make sure to leave this video a fat like, and if you are new on my channel, subscribe to the Gaming-Grizzly. I hope you all have a great day and see you all in the next video. Bye bye!